Hi everyone, this is Eric coming from Kansas again. I want to give you a update on our Mittleider gardening journey. So yesterday, or this past weekend, we started putting in, today is January 31st, 2022. This past weekend we started putting in some structure to allow for some climbing plants for our Mittleider gardening. In this bed right here, this is a 30-foot bed. The standard bed size, 30-foot by 18-inch beds, is standard bed size for the Mittleider gardening process. And you can see these T-frames, what they call them in the book. I got 4 of them here, 10 foot in between each of those structures there. And we're going to have some beams to tie them all together. But I've got a video here of showing some install steps here. I'll throw on here in a few minutes. But just wanted to give you an overview of that from elevation to see what it looks like. We're planning on putting some pole beans here on the 20 feet here. Where I'm pointing out, hopefully you can see that, and then we're going to put some tomatoes on the end there, close to the end of our property there. We'll see how it does. I've never really tried. I mean, last year we kind of experimented with climbing plants, but not really that much. But this year we're really going to make an effort to give them something good to climb up. And I've seen some good results with these from other folks that have used this method. So we'll see how it goes. And just to show you what else we got here in the backyard, there's another bed here. We're going to put some corn and potatoes and carrots in this bed. And then over here, we've got our beds we made last year, and this one we made a couple of years ago or so. This bed, the tallest bed here, has just got regular soil in it. And we put our compost in there that we gather up throughout the year. The squash plants and tomato plants really liked that last year. This is the area of where we're at in the U.S. I think it's zone 5B, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, something like that, zone 5 something. Squash plants and tomato plants really like this weather in the summertime. And it's good lengthy hot growing season for them. So that's actually what we planted some stuff up in that top bed last year, but hardly any of it grew, and all the squash plants and tomato plants from our compost actually one of the ones that popped up, and we just kind of let them go. Made kind of a jungle, but they produced quite a bit. I kind of fed them a little bit with some Mittleider fertilizer, and they seem to like that too. But anyway, hopefully we'll have some of that again this year. And then down here we're going to have some onions and carrots again, and in this first Mittleider bed down from that one, and this one in the middle we're going to put our lettuce again, and this one at the bottom we're going to put some carrots in. So we're going to have carrots in 3 different beds. We eat a lot of carrots, so I figured that was a good choice. And then beyond these over here are 10-foot Mittleider beds, by the way, with some greenhouses on them that I've shown in some previous videos. Pretty cool little setup there. Actually, we've had two spells of about 0 degree or below weather, 0 degree Fahrenheit that is, and there's some spinach in this middle bed here that's still growing. It wasn't very a tall plant, so the leaves are close to the ground, but it's still green, it's still growing, and I left it in there to see how it does. And then we have some few onions in this bed up here, the top Mittleider bed, and they've survived as well. At least it seems so, and we'll see if they take off here when it gets warmer outside. But I just kind of leave them in there and water them manually every now and then with some water jugs using rainwater we collected last year. The have some rainwater totes. I've got some. Well, I guess I need to make a video on that too. Got a rainwater tote that we've got some heat tracing on to keep the area where I'm most concerned about freezing and breaking. That seemed to work over the winter time, and so I'm still using that water. And we'll be collecting a lot more over here this year for watering all these plants and not relying on city water, which is nice. Beyond these beds here, we've got plans to make 2 more beds in around the front part of our house to grow some squash plants and sweet potatoes and some beets. So that's the plan of our gardening this year. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll go down there and get a closer look at this bed, and then after that I'll throw in a video of some of the install on that. So we'll be down there in a minute. Alright folks, so I'm down here at the grow box here with the vertical plant structures here we've been building. Here's the soil we've got here for our plants. This is sawdust and sand. You can see it's very loose and fluffy, just like we want it. The other beds over there are full of peat moss. It's a little darker. So I'd try some sawdust here, and I got this stuff here, the sawdust anyway, for free from a neighbor's friend that has a cabinet making business. So free is good, I would say. Some of the chunks in here are a little big, but there's not too many of them. But just had to pay for the sand in here. I got bags of sand from Home Depot instead of having a here you can see some of the sand. And get this part over here, this 10-foot area has been tilled already. This part has not yet, you can tell. Waiting for some of this ground to thaw a little more. Some of these wood particles are a little yeah, look at that. See, they're a little clumpy still. So I'm gonna wait till it gets a little. Well, it's pretty warm out for January, but today's a work day, so I can really get out here and do it. But at any rate, we mix this in here pretty soon, and then yeah, that's right. I was talking about the sand. I got bags of sand from Home Depot because I had to haul them up this hill, and I didn't want to buy a big bulk order of sand and have to haul it up in a wheelbarrow or something, have it tip over or something like that. So I took our self-propelled lawnmower and drug it up this hill. You can see hold my phone straight here. You can see the slope. It's not great for bringing stuff up here, but it makes a nice raised area to get lots of sun, which comes about over there in the morning, goes up along here, and you can see it right there, goes down over there. So anyway, that's the soil. I'll show you that. And I think in the video I showed you how I got these fast. So these middle 2 posts I have fastened in with some diagonal screws on the side, holding them into the structure there, or the bed, and they're about 14-15 inches into the ground. And then this guy on the end here, and same thing for the other one on the end, is held in by 4 screws here, just 3-inch deck screws, essentially. Same thing as these 3-inch screws over here, holding the bed together. And then the top of these posts have 6-inch, I guess you'd call them joist screws or something like that. I can't remember what the header screws, I think, for decks and things like that. You can't see them. They came in from the top. Yeah, right there. And then I've got these guys, these braces here held in by the same 3-inch deck screws as down below. Anyway, that's how I built it. 8-foot 4x4 there, and 32 inches cut. I had another, so I bought 4 8-footers, or no, it's 4 8-footers that I didn't cut, and 2 more that I did cut up. So a total of 6 8-footers. Took 2 of them up and made these cross beams, and then cut another couple of 32-inch sections and cut these braces up. And all those the instructions on all how to do that is in the Mittleider Gardening Manual that I've linked in some previous videos. So that's how we're building our I guess not a trellis, but it's a climbing structure for our pole beans and tomatoes. So looking forward to seeing how it does, and we'll be giving you some updates here later on in the year on that. and how we're gonna create the structure for it to climb on. So stay tuned for updates, and here comes the video of some install time from yesterday. Grace and peace be with you. Bye for now. Hey everybody, this is Eric coming from Kansas again. It's not quite that warm on January 30th, but it's close. It's probably in the mid-50s. The dial's in the sun. It's a little skewed. We're working on our gardening project today. And so we put this, hey Harvey, put that down. All right, so we're putting up some vertical growing structure here for their Mittleider garden box here at the bottom. And so we've got our T-frames up here, and if you if you read the Mittleider gardening method, this is one of the main ways that folks grow vertical plants. So we got the first 2 in for this bed. We're just doing it to this bed here. We're just putting these in the ground here, no cement. That's what the book says, so I'm following the book, and we'll see how it works. But we got about a 14, 15 inch hole there, and we've been securing them to the garden box. And this box is staked into the ground with these guys. These are 18-inch stakes here, I believe. Maybe 15, I can't remember. But we're putting these up here. Just wanted to show you this. And then we're going to put we got some leftover other material to put between these 2 T-frames here. But bought 2 10-foot 2x4s to put between 2 of them. And so we dug out this hole, and we got another hole here. Last hole we're going to dig, and then we're going to tie them all together, and then we're going to put some green beans in this, some pole beans in this garden bed, and it'll get all the sun it needs. So should be fun. Also got ourselves a little tiller here that fits in the box to save our backs from shoveling and mixing the soil up. So anyway, I'll show you some more progress videos here later on. All right, everyone, we got this third one in, and we just put it in the ground and packed in dirt around it, and we put 2 screws diagonal on each side and put it into this splice piece here. This is a 1 foot long splice piece. You can see the other side here. There's one of the other screws on this side. There's 2 of them. And these are spacing these every 10 foot. So it's a 30-foot bed. So we got one at the end there, another one here 10 foot down, another one here 10 foot down, and then we'll put one more down here. So what these are 8-foot long 4x4s. And then we got, sorry about the sun there. Then we got 32-inch long crossbar. And then I've got these pieces right here. It'll be some little braces to brace it from side to side, give some better structure there. So these are in the ground, but they are held in with some screws to the grow box. Like I said, it's also sticked into the ground, so it's pretty solid, or a lot more solid than just putting it in soil. So we're going to move on to this one, and then we will give another update.